close the book. I'm just going to take that bit off.
Evening, everybody. Welcome to show number 50. Evening, Jody. Very welcome. Tigress C, top of the evening to you. Let the Sheep Minion. This has been such a long year. I was congratulating Frank on his birthday and he says it feels more like a half a century to him. Where is Frank? Let the Sheep Minion, all dressed up, smart and ready to go. Yes, indeed. Thought I'd put a little bit of effort. The waistcoat's a little bit tight, but hopefully Gordon will not notice it when he comes in. All dressed up and no place to go. Her indoors is in fine feather tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Happy St. Patrick's Day to you too, Jody. And by the way, tonight's quiz has a little bit of an Irish feel to it, so I'm hoping Naughty Norma might quite possibly win the quiz for the first time in her history. Good evening, Liz. How are you, my dear? Did anyone else notice that Liz actually broke Instagram earlier on when she tried to put a post up about Irish question mark? There we go, folks. What can I tell you? Good evening to the Brer family and Captain Beer. Top of the evening to you. Sully, welcome, and it's great to have you on board. What can I tell you? It's the 50th show, and it's got a little bit of Irishness in it tonight, so you should be on fire. Kevin Clerks, hi Mark. Cyprus and Yorkshire are present. Oh, the mother-in-law is over visiting, I think. Damar 1980, top of the evening to you. Pat the Beard, evening. I'm missing Mr. T. Good morning, good evening from Malaysia at 3 a.m. Happy 50th, everybody. Yay! And at this stage, including myself, we're all hoping that Mr. T doesn't win the air fryer. Claire Fleur, hello there, our first timers. We are first timers, you are first timers, we're 50th timers. Claire Fleur, where are you from? Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Our official air fry expert who created his own recipe book. I give you Arto, our FNC. Round of applause, Arto. Welcome. Great to have you here tonight. Okay, I think I better get a bit of music on. I would normally just say to her indoors, any chance of putting some music on, but there's not much chance. The Brer family are in for the kill straight away, typing George. But I haven't opened the drawer yet, and there's a good reason why I haven't opened the drawer yet. Do you know the reason why her indoors?
No.
Because I forgot. That's why. Why else would it be? Okay, let's get it started. Well, I didn't actually forget. I've got it all lined up. Of course I have. You don't believe me? Well, boom. How can I start it straight away if I haven't got it all lined up? Claire Fur are saying, we're an international team. We are based here in the Netherlands, UK, USA, India and Bulgaria. My God, you're putting the pressure on our locals tonight. What can I tell you? Such a pleasure. What, for you to be here for the 50th Friday in a row with me? Well, bar one, of course, Christmas. Why don't you type George into the chat so you can see whether the draw is actually active? Because I've started it, but nothing seems to be happening. Okay. Being head of technical issues, now everybody's typing George and nothing's happening. Do you see what you started? Let's have a little look. Why is it not starting?
Triple checked.
We're going to try it again. Don't be panicking, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. If in doubt, I always think of Pat the Beard. Pat the Beard says, if in doubt, anything's not working, turn it off, count to 30, and 9 times out of 10, you'll get an invoice from a computer expert saying he's fixed it. Well, I've just not counted to 30, but I've turned it off. Wouldn't it be an absolute nightmare for you, her indoors, if the automatic raffle didn't work tonight?
No.
It would be. Entries open, it's saying. Entries open. Okay, let's see who is going to be quick enough to type first. Apparently the entry is open, ladies and gentlemen, but I put it down to Pat the Beard's great advice. Turn everything off and turn it back on again. Ava Mary 333 is now following. Absolutely wonderful. Everyone's typing George. And why is this not working? Cancel. You're about to cancel and remove your current giveaway. Would you like to remove your current giveaway? Hell yes, because it isn't working. Would you like to start another one? Hell yes. Please work for me. Ladies and gentlemen, I think it's working now. Everyone type George in the chat and let me see if any names are popping up here. Because it's a big one tonight, folks. Tintin81 is now following. You are very welcome. We might have to go manual here indoors. Liz is the only one that switched on. Computer says no. Okay, well, what can you do? What do you think I should do here indoors?
I'll start writing the names on pieces.
Hold on a second. We're just entry is reopened. I'll keep trying to start it automatically, folks, because tonight is a big one. We do, of course, have our Irish question mark air fryer up for grabs tonight for our 50th prize. I'm gonna close that. Pick a winner. You have no entries to pick. Okay. Resume entries. Everything seems to be working fine, but nobody seems to be able to enter. Well, what can I tell you? It just puts a little bit of pressure on her indoors, folks. What can I tell you? Newcomers are like, who the fuck's George? Yes, George. Oh, did I swear there? My God, Liz the Legend made me swear on the 50th show. We know George, even though we are new. We saw the past posts. Okay, well, Eva Mary 333 knows who George is.
Everyone knows who George is.
Minion Me's typing the rest of the Beatles, hoping that something works. Okay, I'm going to stop that. I'm going to cancel that. I'm going to close that. And I'm going to try again. But I need some music. That's probably the issue.
I'll sing.
No, don't you sing, please.
Oh, it doesn't work because George isn't there behind you, Mark.
Okay. Robert scribbled it out. I guess if it doesn't work, George isn't behind me. You know, isn't it wonderful to have so many clever people in the world? Well done, Captain Beer. You're already winding me up. And we haven't even started yet. You'd think it would work like the fourth time lucky, wouldn't you? Okay, my system is telling me, hey, Mark, you are a lunatic and the giveaway is up and going. So let's try it again. Electric Sheep Minion, for once, the problem is the elephant that isn't in the room. To see how everybody's attack. George. All right, her indoors, you're going to have to do it by hand tonight. Okay, folks, puts her indoors under a little bit of pressure, but sure, isn't that fantastic that it isn't just me that's under pressure? The giveaway tonight seems to be an awful face mask anyway. Excuse me, people have nearly died to get that face mask. In fact, people have died without the Irish question mark face mask. Or is that a bit raw? Okay, it's too late. It's out there. Okay, folks, in case you're unaware what is happening, we have our air fryer tonight, and we also have Arto, our air frying expert, put together. Basically, he's put together an absolutely fantastic recipe book, folks. What can I tell you? Even I was impressed. Good evening, Elke and Alfredo. Welcome. It's great to have you on board. Just in case you're wondering what's going on, we're having issues, technical issues with the draw, the automatic draw on the computer. But Her Indoors is now currently starting to write down everyone's names that are entering the draw. NL's just put George in on the hope that they might kickstart the automatic draw. Robert, if I had a penny for every time. Sully's now typing George. Everybody's typing George. For God's sake, nothing's happening. Gordy, welcome, Gordy. You snuck in. I didn't even see you coming in. Betty Gemini, nice to see you. Family Brer are entering the draw. George. Well, unfortunately, the automatic one isn't working. I'm going to try turning it on and off again and see if that does anything. It's letting me, believe it or believe it not, it's not letting you enter, but it's letting me pick a winner, and then it says to me, there's no winners because there's no entries. So let's close it and resume it. Okay.
Don't worry. I'll make a list and you can read them through.
Okay, no problem. Yeah, sure. We'll let you do that. Well, no one said it would be easy. What can I tell you? Okay, folks, so basically the computer isn't, well, it's telling me that the draw is working, but it's not. Evening, Jan the man. It's about time somebody with a bit of sanity came in. Unfortunately, you don't realise about the raffle. It isn't working yet, but we'll see. This Twitch sometimes has a mind of its own. And Liz the Legend did break Facebook and Instagram earlier on, trying to repost one of my posts. Minion Jesse is trying to wind me up, but it isn't going to work much. So, folks, if you're watching this on Facebook, you'll be thinking, who is this lunatic? My name is Irish ? I'm based in The Hague. Obviously, by my accent, I'm not originally from The Hague. And all the people that are in the room, they are with us on twitch.tv/Irish ? It is our 50th show, so if you'd like to join in our raffle and the chat room banter throughout the show, then jump on to twitch.tv/Irish ? That's all you got to do. Jody's giving me some wonderful advice saying, have I tried turning it off and on again? Thanks very much for that, Jody. I greatly appreciate it. Not a lot. Yes, folks, this is what we're playing for. A one-off. What is it called? The Air Health Fryer. Good evening, Space Dracula. Radiant Reluca. Jody, I would love to say what I'd really like to say to you, but unfortunately I can't. It doesn't always work because I've just tried it 4 times. Anyway, folks, it's our 50th show. I'm excited. Her Indoors is excited. Her Indoors, are you excited?
Yes.
There we go. More life in a Trump's vest. So, folks, please share tonight's live show on your Facebook page, or if you're a member of any group, invite your friends and family via WhatsApp to set up a video call to play along. This is what it's all about. Eva Mary 333. Yeah! Whereabouts are you based? Please let us know. We like to know where in the world everybody is. Talking about where in the world. Good evening, Pete 5678 in Dublin, Ireland. How are you tonight, my friend? Great that you are with us. Big turnout tonight for Sully's team, Elementary. They're all wanting to win the air fryer, folks. Should we get the air fryer out of the box? I'll let her indoors sort that out while I'm bantering. It's air fryer palooza. Minion me, give me a minute and I'll make a Facebook account. All right, thanks for that. Now I know why you've never requested me to be your friend. Absolutely wonderful. Yeah, I'll just, should we take this here off or not? No? Yeah. Okay, folks, you're wondering, is it just a photograph or does it actually, is it actually a real live item? Look, folks, it's the Irish question mark air fryer. My God, a one of a kind. Diddle-diddle-diddle. I hope I don't drop it. So, it would be great for us to be able to. It's real. Tin 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 81. Who is Tin 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 81? Are you based in Warrenpoint by any chance? Minion Jesse wants it. Eva Mary wants it. Dutch referee said, "Don't break the handle." We've only started the show, ladies and gentlemen. Jan the Man is already on a yellow card, folks. Jan the Man's on a yellow card. Like the sheep minion, I'm playing it cool in the chat, but I just had to wipe the drool from my keyboard. Tin 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 81, I'm in Delft, the Netherlands. Well, we know where Delft is, but thanks for letting us know in case some of the other people were thinking, where's Delft? So you're very welcome tonight. Normally I do a show at the end of the month, the last Thursday of the month, in the Proof Locale in Delft. So when we go online, make sure you come over and introduce yourself. Did Ava Mary 333, did you tell us where you were? I mean, folks, never mind the air fryer. I mean, the air fryer is impressive. But Arto has made a recipe book. That's even more impressive, folks, I can tell you. Absolutely fantastic. Ava Mary is based in Rotterdam. You will upset an awful lot of people that are based in The Hague if you win the air fryer on your first visit here tonight, I do believe. Okay, folks, so we will be starting very shortly. Another 3 or 4 minutes. We'll get up and going. Her indoors is busy writing everyone's name that she sees in the chat.
Except Gordy's.
Including Gordy's. Hey, thank you very much. The recipe book is bound. It is laminated in case you spilled something on it. It's got photographs of Irish question mark. It's got instructions. It's got pictures, items you need to buy. I mean, for God's sake, Ardo has went to town, ladies and gentlemen. But it doesn't surprise me, the true professional that he is. He's even went and got some recommended keep it easy snacks. Garlic bread, of course. On the front page it says, it all started with garlic bread. Jody doesn't want the air fryer, she wants the recipe book. Ardo, maybe we should get a few of them printed up and sell them. Minion, Mike is saying hello to her indoors. Her indoors extremely busy, ladies and gentlemen, writing all your names down so we can put them all in a hat and do a draw.
Look, her indoors.
No, I will be checking it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to make sure her indoors doesn't write her indoors 40 or 50 times for me to pick out her name. No, not tonight. Good evening, Bob. That is our royal quizzer. It is great that you are with us from Burnham-on-Sea in England. Blighty. Good evening, Rachel. Kevin Clerks, he wants the recipe book as well. Oh, fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic. How was everybody else's week? Mine was a little bit exciting because I was sort of building up ready for this show tonight. And what can I tell you? We have a few surprises tonight. Should I tell you what the surprises are? No, Liz has said the thing that got her excited this week was election week, baby. She needs to get out more often. Robert wants to know, did he type George already? What do I call my is now following. Good evening and welcome. First instruction in orders as we buy some hamsters. Good evening from Birmingham, Uncle Tony. Gordy wants to know, what use is the air fryer to the wife if you're the only decent cook in the house, Mark? Well, I mean, I know exactly how you feel, Gordy. What can I tell you? Her indoors is wonderful at eating, not at cooking. Dublin Pete says he sees that Rutte has survived. Don't be speaking bad about the Prime Minister Rutte. He could be in tonight's show incognito, folks, because he might have heard about the air fryer. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Jody, for letting me know that. Everybody can calm down now. Don't worry, because Bob, the Baroness of Burnham, formerly known as... I'm having a senior moment. Help me out, her indoors. What was Bob formerly known as?
Let me think. The Maid of Meriden.
Mom, of course, the Maid of Meriden. Silverdale in Meriden. The house that we'll never get a cup of tea in now. How selfish. Anyway, Ardo has a tendency to power everything with hamsters. Never seen his hamster-powered escalator. No, not yet, but maybe you can organise a video for us tomorrow. Okay, folks, so if you don't know where to find me, it's very easy. You find me on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and of course here on twitch.tv. You've just got to do a search for Irish question mark, and it's as simple as that, folks. Cop Loper, good evening. Welcome to you from Den Haag. Mooie stad achter de duinen. Not Zealand this week. Infiltrating, coming in this week, getting closer to come to my house and to pick up tonight's star prize. Did I mention it, folks? Our 50th prize is here. An Irish question mark air fryer. The only one currently on the market, ladies and gentlemen. But you never know. If you're sort of screaming that much about it, maybe we could get some more done, but not a chance. This is a one-off, folks. A one-off. Now, tonight we are having issues. So, Cope Lopper, don't be typing George into the chat because it isn't seeming to be working, the online draw. It is a collector's item. In fact, whoa, if anyone gets this and actually uses it, I might be a little bit upset, you know. It's just something that you should really, like, you know, when Irish question mark, the living legend, passes on, you know, like my Rod Stewart football, it's a family heirloom, folks. Betsy Stunner, good evening. Whereabouts are you based? Cope Lopper says, save the box. Yes, it'll come in the box with the polystyrene covering. We've even still got the plastic bag. I've got the feeling Pete Damar 1980 is telling a few tales on poor Ardo. I bet you Ardo had to get some counselling about his hamsters when the hair caught on fire. when he set up an elevator.
Okay.
Yeah, how many?
Fine.
Yeah, it's all good. Her indoors reckon she's got every name written down. Don't need to know. Okay, so keep an eye there. We've 4 minutes until we start. Any sign of Frank? I mean, it's his birthday. It's his 50th birthday tonight, folks. I hope he hasn't chose the naked netball over his 50th birthday celebrations. Time will tell. Time will tell. Okay, let's get, I reckon let's get started. What do you think, Aaron Doors? Should we just get started and never mind the clock?
Yeah.
Alrighty, boom. Yes, indeed, folks. Have a look. There it is. The Irish question mark, one-off, limited edition, mini air fryer is waiting for a brand new home. Her indoors currently writing down everybody's name that is in the draw tonight, or in the chat room, should I say?
Yeah, except Gordy.
No, Gordy included. Come on, her indoors. Be fair for once in your life.
Hey, start that now.
So, folks, all you need for tonight's show is a pen and paper. You need to get yourself a little drink and get yourself ready. Bob, one of our elder statesmen and safe vaccinated quizzers, has said that if she wins tonight, she will donate it to Jodie and Michael. Isn't that a lovely thought? Ah. Don't be trying to use emotional blackmail. It isn't going to work with me. Pour yourself another cider and let's get started.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, quiz time!
Yes, indeed. Quiz time. Thank you very much. Sophie and Senna telling me their Opa to get a move on. Uncle Tony is not happy that the air fryer isn't going to him. Okay, folks, so before we start tonight's quiz, what can I tell you? We have a few special things happening tonight. We have a music round that you requested. You'll find out more about that when we get closer to it. We have a picture round tonight. Irish, famous Irish actors. So that Norma's just arrived in. Tonight of all nights, Norma, she comes in. She's wearing her pajamas, she's got a glass of wine in her hand, and the first thing she does is type George instead of typing hello. We're having some technical difficulties, Norma. For some reason, the automatic draw isn't working. So, her indoors is writing everyone's name down, not writing her indoors 50 times like she did the last time. So, here is your first question tonight, ladies and gentlemen. What is the second sign of the zodiac alphabetically? What is the second sign of the zodiac alphabetically? Great to have you here, Norma. Question number 2. Minion Me is already panicking, thinking they've upset me and I'm not going to put their name into the draw. No, it doesn't work like that, ladies and gentlemen, or else Gordy and Susie would never be in any draw. Number 2, true or false? The collective noun for a group of giraffes is called a tower of giraffes. Is that true, or is it something I just made up? The collective noun for a group of giraffes is a tower of giraffes. Gordy has just come in. Big news flash. Air frying may cause blood clots. Don't panic. It's only in about 4 people out of about 7 million. You can't be that unlucky. But then again, you are a Rangers fan. So I mean, what can I tell you? Ladies and gentlemen, this is our first dingbat. 5 points up to grabs. Alrighty. Dingbat time. Here is our first dingbat. This dingbat's so easy that I'm predicting that even Pete in Dublin will get it right. Solve this dingbat to reveal a well-known 4-word term or phrase. Simply say what you see. Say what you see, and that should give you the correct answer. At halftime, folks, I will try and restart the draw again. But at the moment, it doesn't seem to be kicking in, even though it tells me that it is active. But normally, it sends a message in the chat to tell you to enter. So keep an eye out for that. Which flavors make up Neapolitan ice cream? Which flavors make it up? You get a point for each flavor. Neapolitan ice cream is typically made up of what flavors? I'm feeling generous tonight, folks. It's Feel Good Friday. It's our 50th show. So we'll give you a point for each of the flavors that make up Neapolitan. I didn't make up this name for an ice cream. It is an absolutely gorgeous ice cream. Holy Moses, folks, what can I tell you? Question number 5. Jan the man! Thank you, Heron Doors. On the ball tonight, folks. Thank you. Who was the top scorer for the English 2019/2020 Premier League? Which player was the top scorer? Electric Sheep Minion reckons the 3 flavours for the ice cream should be Poffages, herring and garlic sauce, but only if skewered. I am so glad that we can't go to a Minion barbecue, ladies and gentlemen. Can you imagine the sort of ideas that they'd want to barbecue? Let it go. Question number 6 in our first round tonight. Tom Cruise is a member of which religion? Tom Cruise is a member of which religion? Minion Jesse saying nobody likes their cooking. That's because you probably do it on purpose so you get invited everywhere else. Question number 7. What is the most expensive spice in the world by weight? What is the most expensive spice in the world by weight? Yes, Minion Me, that's a fair call. If you indeed followed Arto's excellent guide to air frying, it might give you some tips. Question number 8. Whose assassination in June 1914 sparked the First World War? Whose assassination in June 1914 sparked the First World War? Yes, folks, I am listening to Radio 2 on the BBC Sounds app, in case you're wondering why I'm sort of moving. It's not because of the coffee that I've drank, because Heron Doors hasn't made me one yet. Moving swiftly along to number 9. Here is the first question with an Irish hint. There's a few extra questions in tonight because it was St. Patrick's Day recently. Located on the North Antrim coast, which is Northern Ireland's only UNESCO World Heritage Site. Now, some of the Irish questions tonight are a little bit tricky if you're not Irish, but hey, what can I tell you? Everyone should have an Irish person on the team, even if it's just for entertainment value. So this is number 9, the first of some of our Irish questions tonight. And I've got a feeling that Naughty Norma is going to do extremely well tonight. But maybe Sully and the Elementary gang might just pepper at the post. Question number 10. Yes, folks, it's our first anagram. Being gentle and generous, the British actor, his initials BC. Mix these letters up and give us the answer to the dumb ace BBC cretin. That is the letters that you need to be mixing up. The initials for the answer is BC. Being too nice tonight, Heron Doors. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay, folks, so at this stage, remember the anagram and the dingbat questions are worth 5 points. So it's definitely worth your while getting your telephone out and going click and taking a little photograph of this first anagram and, in fact, of any of the dingbats that come up so you can have extra time to have a look at them while we continue with the next round. Mr. T wants to know what number 6 was. Number 6 was Tom Cruise is a member of which religion? The virtual tip jar is open tonight, folks, and I'll just put the links into the chat for you. Thank you very much indeed. The round 2 is our picture round tonight, and it is worth double points. Double points for round 2. BZ Stunner, normally we ask you to type George into the chat, but we're having some technical issues tonight with the automatic draw. I'm going to try and reboot it and start it at halftime, but I'll keep you informed. Round 2, name the Irish actors. Time for our Irish quizzers to shine. Who are these 10 actors? They're born in Ireland, have Irish nationality. So first and second name, remember, it is worth 2 points. You will get another chance to see the 10 pictures, so do not panic if I'm going too quick. Naughty Norma will definitely get number 2 right. He starred in a couple of her favourite movies of all time. So Mr. Norma tells me. Number 3. Number 3. Who is this Irish actor? Number 4. Who's this actor who has a certain set of skills? Remember, the picture round is worth double points, and tonight's special music round is also worth double points. Her Doors is giggling, I don't know why. Number 5. Number 5. Who is this Irish actor? And number 6. Number 6, this guy here, actually, folks, whenever you hear him speak, you wouldn't think he's Irish at all, but he was born up the north of Ireland, and when he was a child, 7 years old, they moved to Australia. Uncle Tony in Birmingham should know this one. They're about the same age. Minion Me, yes indeed, he does live in New Zealand, and he makes apparently quite a nice drop of wine. Number 8, did anyone see this fantastic mini-series that's just finished on BBC One? I thoroughly enjoyed it. Sunday nights, I was reading up about it, and apparently there is a second little mini-series in the making. And this guy was the main star. Herman Doors is ripping, tearing, folding, swearing. What can I tell you, folks? Number 9. NL, can we have number 4 again? Of course you can. I will show you all 10 again, I think. And there's your last one. Number 10 in the double points round for the picture round. Round number 2 in our 50th show. Okay, so number 1. Who is this very famous Irish actor? Bit of a record breaker where the Oscars are concerned. Question number 2. What can I say about this one, Naughty Norma? Bit of an organ breaker where his movies are concerned. As in like breaking his heart. Please keep your thoughts clean, Naughty Norma. Number 3. If you ever need a caravan, he's your man. NL, watch out, because here is number 4. Number 5, living in New Zealand, so Minion Me has informed me. And I, of course, believe everything Minion Me says. On a Friday evening. Number 5. Bit of a mix-up there, but that's fine. Number 7. A little bit of a mix-up on the numbers there, folks, but the correct numbers are with the right photos. So, who is this number 7? As the only Ober minion present. That's not a nice thing to say, Jesse. Call him Minion Me an Ober. Number 8. Number 9. And number 10. Thank you very much, Bob, for noticing. Yes, indeed. I made a little bit of an effort tonight. Put on a shirt that fits before Gordy gives me any grief. And a waistcoat that's a little bit fitted. But it's all about the effort. It's all about the effort, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, so this is a famous group of folk, our previous winners in the Mugs Gallery, the Irish question mark mugs, coffee mugs, or wine mugs, or tea mugs, as they have been used, vodka and Red Bull mugs. And also our face mask winners, yes, a few very familiar people in there. Liz the Legend, Ardo, our F&C He is our air frying expert. And of course, Jan the Man, our first ever triple winner. We have Frank. Happy birthday, Frank. Frank and Val. Unfortunately, I don't think Frank's with us yet. I think Val's naked netball has started again. So obviously a man's got to do what a man's got to do. Also, lovely Jody in the middle there, Bob's daughter, and Jody's dad, our resident special agent's daughter. We have, of course, Honest Pete there in Dublin Royal Blue there he's wearing. Cyprus Kev and the Yorkshire Connection. And there she is in her pyjamas, ladies and gentlemen. Naughty Norma. Amazing Amanda and Joyful Julius. And Responsible Rachel, 2 undercover minions. Pat the Beard, the Grab 88 gang, and Ipswich Gary. Now, Ipswich Gary is Mr. Gary, who we thought was based in Dublin, but we found out he used to drink in Sherlock Holmes and he's based in Ipswich. But it's all good. We have Marvellous Melissa, Radiant Raluca, AK Space Dracula, Pretty Petra. And we have Kristen from Grab 88. They were double winners. And there they are, double winners, Elke and Alfredo. My soon-to-be Spanish holiday home place for me and her indoors are going to go and visit them the next time we're in Spain. And there she is, the quizzer formerly known as Mum and now currently known as Bob, our own Maida Meriden. Randy Ratter from Delft. We have Minion Me in the middle. And we have Rob, a.k.a. Captain Beer, standing on top of his building, ready to jump. Don't do it tonight, Rob. It's not worth it. You might win the fryer. We have Damar, Peter and Rachel. And, of course, there is Clever Colin, our founding member of Team Elementary in the Sherlock Holmes. And Team Elementary has spread all over the world. But you'll see later on, I got a nice photograph from Oakland in the USA for a couple of Team Elementary that were playing last week. Thanks for the show. We will be watching the VOD tomorrow. Leeds are about to kick off. Well, NL, if your name comes up in the draw and you're not here live, you can't get the air fryer. That's the rules. Pat the Beard says, thank God it's Friday. Alrighty. Round 3, potluck trivia. Here we go. Question number 1. What is the plural of the word moose? Write it down, folks. What is the plural of the word moose? Question number 2. Game of Thrones, ladies and gentlemen. At the end of Game of Thrones, who ended up on the Iron Throne? NL send the prize to Cyprus Kev and Yorkshire Lore. If Cyprus Kev's name comes out, I will send the air fryer to Cyprus. I just hope it works there. NL still trying to type George, this time with capital letters. It just ain't working and they just ain't listening. Number 3. Is this true or is it false? Buzz Aldrin was the first person to ever urinate on the moon. Buzz Aldrin was the first person to ever urinate on the moon. I'd like to thank Gordy and Suze for your kind donation to the virtual tip jar tonight. Thank you very much indeed. Here we go, folks. Another little Irish question. Because it was St. Patrick's Day during the week. Name the 4 Irish counties that begin with the letter W. Space Dracula, may I be counted for George? Yes, indeed. Have you put Radiant Raluca into the draw? Space Dracula is in the draw. Yes, indeed. Do not panic. But I will be checking whether Gordy and Suze has been put in the draw. And to let the sheep minion her indoors. Alrighty. Question number 5. Question number 5 is a Jan the Man question. What colour shorts does the Brazilian international football team usually play in? Jody's dad has just popped in and said, can you put him in the draw, please? If you don't, he might take a hit out on us. Make sure he's in the draw.
Jody's dad's in the draw.
Jody's dad is in the draw. Gordy's already saying it's going to be suspicious if they don't win. I will show you your ticket, Gordy, after the draw.
Yeah, sure.
We know who's the boss in her indoors eyes. Question number 6. Who was James Bond immediately before Daniel Craig? Who was James Bond immediately before Daniel Craig? That's Susan. Suze. J. Tar Harmsel, thank you for your kind donation to tonight's virtual tip jar. Question number 7. Where was the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson born? Name the city that Boris Johnson was born in. Persers, thank you very much for your kind donation. Question number 8. What is the official language of Iran? What is the official language of Iran? Question number 9. Most standard pairs of jeans come with 5 what? Most standard pairs of jeans come with 5 what? Thank you very much, Family of the Brer, for your very kind donation. Thank you very much indeed. Her indoors, you know the balloon is moving and putting a shadow back and forward across my face. Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, like that. See, it was one of our grandkids' birthdays during the week, and there's a big massive balloon here, and every time her indoors shows me something on the whiteboard, she hits the balloon. That is very irritating. Anyway, Liz the Legend, thank you very much for your kind donation. Let's move on to question number 10. It's Dingbat. Dingbat indeed, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. This is a very easy one. I didn't write down the number of words in the answer because there's a hyphen, or you could have a hyphen. So it could be 2 if you had the hyphen, or 3 if you didn't have the hyphen. Anyway, it's so embarrassingly easy that Pete in Dublin is even going to get this one right. So, Dingbats, remember, are worth 5 points. Minion Jesse says 2 to 37 words in the answers. You're right. Jesse, thank you very much for your very kind donation, my friend. Thank you very much indeed. Liz is saying 3 words with a wink. It's a good job I didn't mispronounce that last word. Okay, folks, ignore this. Don't start typing George in the chat. Well, actually, why don't you? Just to see whether it's actually working. Her Indoors has written everything, folded them over, and is keeping an eye to see whether it's going to work. Is it working? No, it's not working. Calm down. Now everybody's typing George. Why did I actually even open my mouth? Ladies and gentlemen, happy birthday. Frank has just arrived. Good evening, Frank. Happy 50th birthday, Frank. A half a century. I never thought you'd make it. Alrighty, Frank, before you actually type George into the chat, for some unforeseen reason, the automatic draw in the computer isn't working. I've tried it, restarting it 5 or 6 times. It just isn't playing ball. What I'll do at half time is turn it off and turn it back on again and see if that gets it going. But Frank, it is great to have you here. Happy 50th. Frank's golden anniversary. How was the naked netball tonight, Frank? That's the question I want to know. And I'm still waiting on the photos. Time flies, Frank. You're right, buddy. You're right. Okay, folks, here are the answers. Time flies, but only if it's in the most sought-after prize on the interweb, the Irish question mark air fryer. Question number 1. What is the second sign of the zodiac alphabetically? Give yourself 1 point if you had Aries. Question number 2. Jody would love that. True or false? The collective noun for a group of giraffes is a tower of giraffes. That is true. J. Preble and M. Pessers, thank you very much indeed for your very kind donation. Thank you very much. Minya Me is saying, I have no more sound. Her Indoors, can you have a little listen and make sure, can you hear the sound?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Minya Me needs to turn up the computer to get the sound to work. Folks, Dingbat, what do you say? Dead easy. Pete in Dublin, smiling when he got this one. This is worth 5 points. That's the reason why Pete in Dublin's still in Team Elementary, because he's good at easy dingbats. Too little, too late. Robert, Mark just entered a tunnel. Question number 4. I'd like to thank Rob. Thank you for your donation, your kind donation tonight. Thank you. Neapolitan ice cream is typically made up of what flavors? Well, I did say to you, 1 point for each correct answer. It is chocolate, vanilla, and strawberry combined. Absolutely gorgeous. You get it in Italian ice cream shops. But then again, aren't most ice cream shops Italian? 1 point for each correct answer in this one. Thank you very much, Dublin Pete, for your kind donation. Jan the Man has just asked, who is the top scorer for the English 2019-2020 Premier League? It is Jamie Vardy. Her Indoors, can you get this balloon removed, please? I know when I asked you nicely the last time, you left it up and hit it every single time you went near it, just to wind me up. Number 6. Don't start. Don't. No. Tom Cruise is a member of which religion? The correct answer is Scientology. Easy for me to say. Scientology. Rastafari is not the correct answer. Call him a witch. Question number 7. Pat the Beard said he's more of a Fryentology. At least he is tonight. Most expensive spice in the world by weight is saffron. Give yourself a point for that one. Alrighty, folks. Question number 8. Whose assassination in June 1914 sparked the First World War? It was Archduke Franz Ferdinand. Give yourself a point for that. Remember, it's 1 point for each correct answer, unless I tell you differently. It's 5 points for the dingbats, 5 points for the anagrams, and double points for the picture round, and double points for the music round. It's all rather confusing tonight, but it is the 50th show. Rachel Minion, thank you very much for your kind donation. Thank you. Located on the North Antrim coast, which is Northern Ireland's only UNESCO World Heritage Site. Took her indoors there. She absolutely loved it. Then I found out that I shouldn't have paid the entrance fee at the top of the hill and went down to the bottom and walked along a beach and got in free. Anyway, that's a little tip for you. Never mind the World Heritage Site. Giant's Causeway for 1 point, folks. Just in time, ladies and gentlemen, the dumb ace BBC cretin is an anagram of what British actor? I gave you a hint that it was BC. The correct answer for 5 points on this Frank's 50th birthday. Benedict Cumberbatch, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Hey Frank, happy birthday, brother. Round 2. Double points up for grabs. Here is your first one. 2 points if you had Daniel Day-Lewis. I will also accept Sir Daniel Michael Blake Day-Lewis if you wanted his official term. Minion me, Daniel Knight-Lewis. No. Minion Jesse, the left foot guy. Right actor, wrong answer. Number 2. Norma's favourite out of the 10. Jamie Dornan, 50 Shades of Magic Norma. I'd love a coffee sometime during the 50th show, her indoors. Thank you very much. And I don't want an almond flavoured one.
Oh, yes, you do.
Oh, no, I don't. Number 3. Pete, Dublin's finest, Colin Farrell. Colin Farrell. 2 points if you got that one right in our Irish Actors round because it was St. Patrick's Day during the week. Number 4. Mr. Liam Neeson. What can I tell you? I really like this guy. Lovely, lovely man when you see the interviews off the camera. But he's a bit old to be jumping around and fighting and punching and beating people up. I don't mind being his body double, except I'm not tall enough. Number 5, Colm Meaney. I do believe he was in Star Trek, I think. Darkman is his best movie, Minion Jesse says. All right. I don't think I've seen that one. I'll check it. I know where you live. If it's a poor movie and I've wasted an hour and a half of my life. Layer Cake is a great movie too. Is Liam Neeson in it? Number 6 is Mr. Sam Neill. Oh, indoor tight Colm Meaney is. Yes, you are. He is. He's also in a great movie called The Van. Roddy Doyle, The Van. Fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic. Number 7, Richard Harris. An absolute living legend, drunk or sober. Sully, great minds think alike. I watched The Van on Paddy's Day. Oh man, absolutely brilliant show. That reminds me, actually, I did say to Junior that we were going to watch The Van together. He's never seen it. Talking about Junior, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be glad to hear that Junior has helped me out extremely with this week's music round. He, in fact, recorded 7 out of the 10 tracks for us, folks. James Nesbitt. James Nesbitt. Number 9, Cillian Murphy. Now, at this stage, I would do his accent, but I can't. But maybe her indoors will do it when she comes in. But I bet you Uncle Tony sounds like he does in one of his main character roles. And number 10, Brendan Gleeson. So that is your answers to the double points round. Daniel Day-Lewis, Jamie Dornan, Colin Farrell, Liam Neeson, Colin Meaney, Sam Neill, Richard Harris, James Nesbitt, Cillian Murphy, and Brendan Gleeson. There we go. Moving along to round 3, question number 1. What is the plural of the word moose? There was a moose in the hoose. It is not mooses, it is moose. Give yourself a point if you guessed that one correct. Meese, no. Moses, no. Ardo reckons it should have been meese. Watch out, there's a herd of meese. Number 2, at the end of Game of Thrones, who ended up on the Iron Throne? The correct answer, Bran Stark. Bran Stark. Number 3, true or false? Buzz Aldrin was the first person to ever urinate on the moon. The correct answer is yes, it's true. Thanks, Ardo. I've never seen the series, and now it's just not worth watching. Number 4. 4 points up for grabs, folks, because it's just been Paddy's Day. Name the 4 Irish counties that begin with the letter W. Thank you, Minion Me. Name the 4 Irish counties that begin with the letter W. 1 point for each correct answer. Waterford, Westmeath, Wexford, and Wicklow. Waterford, Westmeath, Wexford, and Wicklow. Give yourself a point if you guessed any of them correct. What colour shorts do the Brazilian international football team usually play in? The correct answer is pale blue. Light blue, pale blue, even just blue. Give yourself a point for that one. Electric Sheep Minion, this is a family show. I need to bone up on my Irish geography. Alrighty. Moving swiftly along to question number 6. 50 Shades of Blue. Who was James Bond immediately before Daniel Craig? It was Pierce Brosnan, the Irish James Bond. I think he should have been changed to James O. Bond just for them movies. Number 7. Where was UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson born? He was in fact born in New York. Give yourself a point if you guess that right. And the next time you go to New York, take him back with you. James McBond. Question number 8. What is the official language of Iran? 2 answers accepted. Persian or Farsi? Give yourself a point for either, and give yourself 2 points if you wrote both down. Elementary saying he's seen Pierce walking down Grafton Street years ago. He's very tall. Yeah, but you're about the same height as me, Colin, so everyone's freaking tall. Number 9. Most standard pairs of jeans come with 5 what? The answer is not buttons. The answer is pockets. Give yourself a point if you guessed that one right. And number 10. 5 points up for grabs for Dingbat. The correct answer, close-knit community. The word knit, N-I-T, is closer, and it's in the community. Close-knit community. Dutch referee wants to know 1 point for every pocket. Hey, buddy, it's Fun Day Friday, and it's Air Fryer Friday, our 50th show. If you think you deserve 5 points for the jeans question, who am I to argue? I don't want to give you another card. You're already on a yellow. Okay, folks. So, send any photographs of you, your team, or your family members playing the quiz show. We'd like you to share any news with us. Like Cherub Cheeks, David and Bjorn in Oakland, USA, who were playing last week, sitting out in the sun, the only members of Team Elementary that were up and going last week in the sunshine in the USA. Now, her indoors took great care wrapping Electric Sheep Minions prize. Yes, folks, she drove round on a recce. She checked whether he was in. His doorbell was broken, so he was lucky to survive. There was a few people standing on the street giving me rather dirty looks today. So I phoned him and I told him to come out. Now, if you have a little look at how Electric Sheep Minion is dressed, it will all be explained and come very clear very shortly. When he realised that I was there with a gift from her indoors, he came down prepared. I told him the thing he's got to do is he's really got to handle it with care. So he came down with his full protection on. It included a white surrender flag, a helmet, which was basically just a pot that he had taped to his head, anti-flash eyewear, rubber safety gloves, and a reinforced steel IQ face mask. Was this enough, you may ask? Her indoors, have a little look at his prize there, the Irish question mark cup. I asked her indoors, are you sure that was enough filling? And inside at the very bottom, was it going to be booby trap? That was the question. I can assure you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, minions, and anybody else out there that cares to listen, that no minions were hurt during this delivery.
Unfortunately.
Her indoors says unfortunately, but I'm glad. And it was great to catch up with Julius again. And we'll be in touch and see you very soon. Take care of yourself, and thanks a million for being just who you are. Folks, it is our 50th quarantine quiz show. The Air Fryer prize is ready for a new home. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? That's the question I want to know. Our first mystery prize winner is Jessie Minion, ladies and gentlemen. Our new batch of prizes have arrived. Now, we shall forever, until one of you make a slip and show everybody else what the mystery prize is. This shall be known as the mystery prize, and you will only know what the mystery prize is if you are lucky enough to win a mystery prize. Despite some people today messaging me, Liz the Legend to name a few, asking me for some clues to what the next mystery prize is. If you're missing the Fiddler Special Beers, folks, between Tuesday and Friday, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., this week's deal is 6 special beers, $22.50. You pay a pin only, and if you mention Irish question mark's name when you pick it up, you get a free collector's Duvel beer glass, just like Jan the Man did a couple of weeks ago. Okay, folks, we're going to take a very short break. I'll be back with you very soon. I'm going to also try and restart the draw, despite the fact that Her Indoors has written all the names out, where I'll give it a go to try and get it going on the computer. All right, we'll be back with you very, very soon. Alrighty, folks. So we're back for the second half. Arto, has Arto any yarns sorted out yet? Minyami has typed Georgian. It doesn't seem to be working for some reason. I got a message from the Brer family. Thank you very much. I had a look at that, but I have to go offline totally and restart the whole show, the system, everything. I think is the only way I'm going to get it going, but I'm not willing to take that risk tonight. Her Indoors has basically put everybody's name. Look, there's Gordy. Gordy, look, I had to make sure yours was in there. Hold the mug or the hat over Her Indoors. Yeah. So what we're going to do is we're going to put them all into a hat. We're not going to do the draw now, but you might see your name there. Anyway, Mr. T, Jodie's dad, Sully, Frank, happy birthday, little sheep minion. Anyway, okay, lovely. Just leave that hat sitting there next to me. We'll do that in a while at the end of the show. Okay, Arto, does Arto have any jokes? You guys want to hear a joke about paper? Never mind, it's terrible. Terrible. It's terrible. Did you get that? Okay. Thanks, Arto. Any more? Fantastic, man. Absolutely fantastic. I Wenkenbach. Thank you very much for your kind donation. Arto said he could also tell a joke about a pizza, but it's a bit cheesy. I'm liking these new style of jokes, Arto. You're right out there. I'm absolutely loving it. Sully's just randomly said, "Who's there?" All right, thanks for that.
Me.
Okay, knock knock. Away you go, Sully. Who's there? Arto or FNC takes precedence. What does a clam do on his birthday? Her Indoors, what does a clam do on his birthday?
No idea.
No idea? Junior, what does a clam do on his birthday? Celebrates.
Oh.
Okay, Sully, knock knock. Is there nobody home? Boom shakala. Thank you very much, Arto. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, folks. We are playing for a couple of prizes tonight. We don't have any more of the Irish question mark mugs. Some of you that are due a mug, I've got some kept here for you. Yes, indeed. We don't have any more Irish question mark masks left. We have a new mystery prize. Now, folks, the first person to receive this mystery prize was Jesse Minion. And I have to tell you, he was rather surprised. He was well happy with it. That's all I got to say. So what I said to Jesse was, we're going to see how long we can keep it going with the mystery prize. So the only way you're going to know what the mystery prize is if you are lucky enough to win one. I will be drawing tonight the Irish question mark air fryer. And then I will be drawing and then I will be drawing a mystery prize. I've got to keep saying that in my head because I don't want to actually give it away. I want someone else to give it away before I do. I've just put the links for the virtual tip jar into the chat room. Thank you very much. Anybody that sent a tip already, cheers. It's greatly appreciated. Thank you very much indeed. And I'm glad you're enjoying the show so far. Thank you. Pat the Beard said mystery fries. Pat the Beard's on fire tonight, ladies and gentlemen. He's so excited about this air fryer. Okay, folks, would you like Irish question mark myself to come along and do a show, private show for you? If so, all you got to do is contact me via irishquestionmark@gmail.com. It's as simple as that. Family Van Tricht, thank you very much for your kind donation in the old virtual tip jar. Cheers. Okay, folks, are you ready to go? Let's get started for round 4. Question number 1. It's another Harry Potter question, just to make Liz the Legend feel special, loved and cared for. Well, it is 29 minutes past the chance of her coming and knocking the door without getting a €90 fine. So, what is the name of the final book in the Harry Potter series? What is the name of the final book in the Harry Potter series? Question number 2. Gordy's put the pen down in protest. Another Harry Potter question. What was the first country to legalize voluntary euthanasia? Deadly subject, I can tell you, but what can I say? What was the first country to legalize voluntary euthanasia? Minion Jesse says, Harry does Harara. I'm not saying it again. It's a one-off. Maybe in the 50, maybe in show number 52. All right, folks, it's Dingbat. Yes, indeed. Very easy. Solve this Dingbat for 5 points. Remember, the Dingbats and the anagrams are worth 5 points tonight. Solve this Dingbat to reveal a well-known 2-word term or phrase. It is so easy, it is embarrassing, folks. Jody and Michael, thank you for your kind donation. That the sheep minion, keep your thoughts clean. It's a family show. Moving swiftly along. Number 4. Time to put another computer question in. So Rob, Captain Beer, makes him feel, he puts his chest out and he steps one step closer to us from that 18-story ledge that he does the quiz on throughout the whole show on a Friday night. In computing terms, what does CAD mean? Gordy says, threatening there, one day I'll read a Harry Potter book and move there. Yeah, you catch the train, buddy. But you got to catch the train down in London, and you're not allowed down in England. Damar 1980, thank you for yourself and Rachel for your kind donation. Thank you, Peter. Number 5, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Time for Naughty Norma to shine. And time for Colin from Team Elementary and Pete in Dublin. And any other person of a Gaelic thought of mind. What are the 5 recognised cities of Northern Ireland? You see, this is an easy question for me because I know all the answers. There are only 5 recognised cities of Northern Ireland. Minion Me says you just gave an answer. No, I didn't. You're just trying to get an answer out of me. This kind of sounds like, can you name 5 cities in Northern Ireland? Actually, Ardo, you're on fire tonight because that's exactly what I want you to name. There is only 5 recognised cities in the whole of Northern Ireland. I'd like you to name them. Otto's on fire tonight, I can tell you. Radiant Verluca, thank you for your kind donation to the virtual tip jar tonight. So, 5 points up for grabs on question number 5. What are the 5 recognised cities of Northern Ireland? Question number 6. 2 vehicles set off from the same point at the same time to travel the same 90-mile journey. One of the vehicles travels at 50 miles per hour and the other travels at 36 miles per hour. How many minutes will there be between the arrival times of the 2 vehicles? So, a little bit of mathematics for you on a Friday night. 2 vehicles set off from the same point at the same time to travel the same 90-mile journey. One of the vehicles travels at 50 miles per hour and the other travels at 36 miles per hour. How many minutes will there be between the arrival times of the 2 vehicles? That is question number 6. Question number 7. What is the only mammal with 4 knees? What is the only mammal with 4 knees? Question number 8. What did Charlie Chaplin, Paul McCartney, and Leonardo da Vinci have in common? What did Charlie Chaplin, Paul McCartney, and Leonardo da Vinci have in common? That is question number 7 plus 1 if you're having issues with my accent. Thank you very much, Gary Butt, for your kind donation to the virtual tip jar. Thank you very much indeed, my friend. Minya Me says, I know what Chaplin and Hitler had in common, that they were both born on Christmas Day. But we all know that because I ask it every year in the Christmas quizzes. Moving swiftly along. Question number 9. Did Charlie Chaplin also have only one ball? Number 9. This should be right up the street of Bob or Uncle Tony or Jodie's dad. Or a collection of them all because they're all playing on the same team. 1 point for each correct answer. Name the 5 brothers that made up the Jackson 5. Name the 5 brothers that made up the Jackson 5. Thank you very much, Naughty Norma and Fantastic Fred, for your extremely kind donation. Thank you. Question number 9, 5 points up for grabs. Name the 5 brothers that made up the Jackson 5. Alrighty, folks, important one. Frank's saying they all have the same kink. Is he talking about the previous question, Chaplin question, or is he talking about the Jackson 5 question? He's got me confused. And number 10. Holy smokes, it's Liz the Legend. And the anagram tonight is dated vaginas. Yes, you heard it right. Dated vaginas is an anagram of what 12-letter word with a drawback? Dated vaginas is an anagram of what 12-letter word with a drawback? Sorry, Liz. It's just the way it worked out. So mix up them letters and it'll give you the correct answer, which is worth 5 points tonight. Moving along, ladies and gentlemen. It is our music round. Now, folks, you have been asking about a music round for quite a long time. In fact, 49 weeks. I tried to explain to you, but no one was listening, that when I try and play any kind of music that's copyrighted, or any music that sounds like it's copyrighted, Facebook, our friends in Facebook, silence the whole show, which is going out live in Facebook on numerous groups. So how could we get our way around this? Well, I have to say it was not my idea, but her indoors came up with a cracking idea. Inspired by Liz the Legend, I may add. What was the round to be called, her indoors? One song to the tune of another. Was that it?
Yeah, that's the one.
It's the one song to the tune of another round. So this is how it's going to go. For tonight's special music round, I need you to listen very carefully. A selection of very special people in my life have recorded 10 pieces of music for your entertainment, folks. You are going to hear the lyrics of one song sang to the tune of another song. I would love to be able to give you an example of this, but I can't. This round has done my head in. So you're going to hear the lyrics of one song, and it's going to be sung to the tune of another song. Could we do an example?
You played one last week.
I did play one last week, but I could do like... No, I'm not even going to try it. It's a real header. Anyway, there's 1 point for the title of the song that the lyrics come from, and there is 1 point for the title of the song that the tune is from. So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to let you hear the pieces of music twice. Okay? Some of them are very short, so you're listening for what are the lyrics, which song are the lyrics from, and what tune are these lyrics sung in. So, here we go. Are you sure you're ready for this? Number 1.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch. It's bringing me out of the dark.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is your first one. I have them in to play twice, so we'll let you hear that once again. And folks, the lyrics are very hard to hear, Damar 1980. The lyrics are very hard to listen to, never mind anything else. Was 35, I can't hear the lyrics. Well, folks, there's not a lot I can do about it, unfortunately. Let me have a little look to see if I can... no, I can't increase it any further. You're going to have to turn your computers up as loud as you possibly can, or put some earphones in, because if you listen to it through earphones, it's a lot clearer. Betty Gemini, can he sing louder? Do you think he's doing it here live, like to my side?
Then please talk softer.
Okay, that's a great call, Minion Me. So I'm going to talk a little bit quieter. You've got your earphones in. I hope I'm not going to forget about it and start shouting again. So I've toned down. I need you to turn your music up. We're going to let you hear it one more time. Pat the Beard says he's trying to set it harder, but it doesn't go any butter. Pat the Beard's been on the Jungle Juice too early tonight. Okay, folks, here we go. Ardo, thanks very much for putting a hex on this, by the way. Yeah, it's going to be great, glorious, awesome. And then he goes, or a disaster. So here we go, number one, folks. And I'm trying to be as quiet as I can. Hopefully, get some earphones in. Her indoors says she can hear it no problem. She's got earphones in, so she doesn't have to listen to me. Here we go, number one again.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out of the dark.
So that's number one. Number two.
I chew my nail and I twiddle my thumbs. Real nerves, but it sure is fun. So come on, baby, how you drive me crazy.
Thanks for that, David. That really helps. Here is number two once again, and it stops just before the chorus starts.
I chew my nail and I twiddle my thumbs. Real nerves, but it sure is fun. So come on, baby, how you drive me crazy.
It is so hard not to scream out what comes next. Okay, let's move on to number three. Remember, 1 point for the song title that the lyrics come from, and 1 point for the song title that the tune comes from. Number three.
Sage is old, running with a dime in my hand. To the bus stop and pick up a paper for my old man. Sit on his lap in that big old Buick and steer as we drove through town.
Alrighty, folks, that is Junior you're hearing playing the guitar and singing, and I don't know how he can do that, play one tune and sing the lyrics of another song to the wrong tune. Anyway, let you hear number three again.
Sage is old, running with a dime in my hand. To the bus stop and pick up a paper for my old man. Sit on his lap in that big old Buick and steer as we drove through town.
Number four.
There's a fire starting in my heart, reaching a fever pitch, and it's bringing me out of the dark.
Well, do you know the nice thing about seeing people writing that was number one? It means that then you can freaking hear it. Okay, so that explains what you'll find out later on. Here is number five.
so far removed from what we went through. I travel trouble track, my odds are stacked.
A little bit of a quick one there, folks. So we'll let you hear that again.
You went back to watching you, so far removed from what we went through. I travel trouble track, my odds are stacked.
Number five's difficult.
Yeah, number 5 is very short, yeah. Number 6.
Give up forever to touch you. I know that you feel me somehow. You're closest to heaven that I'll ever be. And I don't want to go home now.
Let you hear number 6 again.
Give up forever to touch you. I know that you feel me somehow. You're closest to heaven that I'll ever be. And I don't want to go home now.
Number 7.
I walk a lonely road, the only road that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me. And I walk alone.
And let's hear number 7 again.
I walk a lonely road, the only road that I have ever known. Don't know where it goes, but it's home to me. And I walk alone.
Alrighty, thank you very much, Junior, for your contribution to the music round. Now we have Missy C, a friend of ours. That she was told this. You heard her last week. Here's her couple of entrances. This might be a little bit louder than Junior.
Steve walks Wally down the street with his brim pulled way down low, and no sound but the sound of his feet. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway, the bullets ring to the sound of the beat. Another one bites the dust. Ooh, another one bites the dust.
Alrighty, that's a nice easy one. We'll let you hear that one more
Steve
time.
walks Wally down the street with his brim pulled way down low, and no sound but the sound of his feet. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway the bullets ring to the sound of the beat. Another one bites the dust. Ooh, another one bites the dust.
Alrighty, folks, that is number 9. And another one from Missy C. Name the lyrics and the title of the tune. Pat the Beards just said that he foresees a mixed CD with an inlay of a cooking book. Here is number 9.
I saw him dancing there by the rocket machine. I knew he must have been about 17. The beat was going strong, playing my favorite song. And I could tell it would be long until he was with me. And I could tell it wouldn't be long till it was with me, singing, I love rock and roll, so put another dime in a jukebox. I love rock and roll, I love rock and roll.
Sorry, Gordy.
I saw him dancing there by the rocket machine. I knew he must have been about 17. The beat was going strong, playing my favorite song. And I could tell it would be long until he was with me. And I could tell it wouldn't be long till it was with me, singing, I love rock and roll, so put another dime in a jukebox. I love rock and roll, I love rock and roll.
Oh, folks, I am reading the chat, and I'm trying not to laugh. Here's the last one, and listen, if you want to know who to blame, this is Liz the Legend in song number 10. Take it away, Liz.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Grab my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city. Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. 'Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back.
Do you want to hear it one more time?
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Grab my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city. Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. 'Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back.
Alrighty, folks. Let's move on to round 6. Yeah, her indoors says make sure you turn your volume down, because if I start to talk loud again. Alright, listen, it's the 50th show, and that's the first time I've had tears in my eyes from laughing. It's very hard to read questions when your eyes are watery, but thanks, Liz the Legend, for such a ridiculous, crazy, fantastically funny idea. You wouldn't believe the arguments you caused in our house. Poor Junior had to do them 2 or 3 times. Oh no, this level is too loud. You know, that level is too loud. Anyway, it was great. And her indoors, she also done one, but I don't know where the freaking hell it has. It's disappeared. I think that's what that double one was.
I'm devastated.
Her indoors is devastated, not for the first time in our relationship. Moving on to question number 1. Eva Mary 333 is into pain. Please again the first ones. Question number 1. What colour is a blue tit's breast? Keep your thoughts clean, folks. It is a family show, of course. Frank, happy birthday, Frank. Is still trying to type George, but it ain't working. It hasn't. I tried to reset it at halftime, and it isn't working. So we've gone manual. We've gone manual. Question number 2. What is the total of the numbers on a clock face? What is the total of the numbers on a clock face?
That's easier.
What?
That's easier.
That's a little bit easier than the music round.
That will make it easier next week.
Question. Bob has said 3 words. She's in total shock. That was hard. Moving swiftly along to number 3. Which 3 counties of the Republic of Ireland begin with the letter K? There's a few Irish-orientated questions in the quiz tonight because we just celebrated St. Patrick's Day. In fact, just because we just missed St. Patrick's Day because there wasn't any celebration allowed. Yeah, that's right. I made spinach soup today. That's as close to we got celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Number 4.
You don't need to whisper anymore.
No?
No.
How many consonants are there in the English alphabet? How many consonants are there in the English alphabet? This is why I don't do breakdancing.
How many what?
Letters, Ardo, letters in the... I am constipated, does that count? Oh. Alrighty. You've got vowels and consonants in the English alphabet. It's not a trick question. How many consonants are there in the English alphabet? Simple. Question number 5 is a Jan the Man question. Yellow card to her indoors. She's giving me abuse. Something serious here. What letter would you find on a snooker table? What letter would you find on a snooker table?
What letter?
Don't say a word, her indoors, because you'll just give the answer away. Just do not say a word.
Okay.
What letter would you find on a snooker table? That is question number 5 in our last round. Actually, I'm only joking. We've in fact got another music round as a bonus one for you. No, we haven't. Question number 6. What is the more common name for the Alpine Mastiff dog? What is the more common name for the Alpine Mastiff dog? Oh.
Finished yet?
Question number 7. On which island would you find almost 1,000 statues of large heads? On which island would you find almost 1,000 statues of large heads?
Chat's gone quiet.
Yeah, the chat's gone very quiet, but I'm just looking at the top of the chat and I see Frank, happy birthday Frank, by the way, saying awesome. And then underneath Liz says, I'm all red here. What's she been doing? Moving swiftly along to number 8. Oh no, sorry Gordy, it's another Harry Potter question. In the Harry Potter books, what is the motto of Hogwarts School? I got that, Liz. Number 9. Which wild animal found in Britain is quicker running uphill than running downhill? Which wild animal found in Britain is quicker running uphill than downhill? Is it a hare, a rabbit, or a pheasant? Which wild animal found in Britain is quicker running uphill than downhill? Is it a hare, a rabbit, or a pheasant? Not, thanks, Pat the Beard, a peasant. Although a peasant probably would run quicker downhill as opposed to uphill.
And does it have 4
I'm not sure, Robert, but thanks for asking. And moving on to our last question, thank God, in our 50th show. Blue tits! Oh yeah, man. Dingbat. 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 Oh. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a wacky show. What can I tell you? That is your questions. No need to say back shortly for the second half answers. We're going to crack straight in, folks. We're going to crack straight in. Minion Me wants to know, are we going to do a 90s band sing-along karaoke version now? No, we're not. I like the Blue Tits rendition of the Dingbat song. Blue Tits. Blue Tits. Oh, Bob, would you just stop typing George? It's just not working. For God's sake, could someone tell Baroness of Burnham to stop typing George? Oh man, folks, what can I tell you? I have thoroughly enjoyed having a good laugh tonight. Oh man. And we've still got to do our draw for the Irish question mark air fryer. Her indoor says, just stop the show.
Go off now.
Go off. You're not getting to keep the air fryer. I'm sorry. No matter how much you want to. Yeah? Okay, folks. So we're going to move swiftly along and give you the answers to the the second half round. I'm just going to pop the I've totally lost it. The links for the virtual tip jar into the chat. And we'll move swiftly along. Thank you, by the way, folks. Anyone that has sent in a donation, thank you very much indeed. Some very generous tips tonight. Thank you. Really greatly appreciate it. Bob is saying, if Jeff wins the air fryer, his computer's just blown up, so can I claim his prize? Oh, I'm sorry, Jody's dad. Actually, hold on a second. Jody's dad is our resident special agent, and he has powers to put a red dot on me live on the show now. So, of course you can if Jeff wins the air fryer, because I'm too scared not to. Folks, you can get some of the Fiddler beers. Electric Eric at the Fiddler has kindly put together a beer box where he's just basically selling off the beers at cost price between 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. Tuesday to Friday. And if you mention Irish question mark when you go and pick it up, you can get a free Duvel beer glass. Okay, so here are your answers, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Minion Jesse, thank you for reminding me. You never really know where Jody's dad is. I mean, we might think he's in Burnham and Sea, but he could in fact be sitting outside my window with a silencer. You know how it is. Here we go, 1 point for each correct answer, unless I tell you differently. Uncle Tony, I'd behave yourself if I was you. Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows is the correct answer for 1 point. Question number 2. The first country to legalize voluntary euthanasia was, in fact, the Netherlands. 1 point for that. Question number 3. Blue tits! No. It is a dingbat. Solve this dingbat to reveal a 2-word term or phrase. The correct answer is bad influence. Bad influence. If you have a look, the word bad is in the word fluence. Number 4, in computing terms, what does CAD mean? It means computer aided design. Give yourself a point for that one. Number 5, 5 points up for grabs, folks. What are the 5 recognized cities of Northern Ireland? Armagh, and that's where my cousin Christopher lives. And if you're watching tonight, Chris, I'm thinking about you, and I was thinking about you whenever I wrote this question. We have Belfast, we have Derry or Londonderry. I put both in just to keep Gordy happy. Also, we have Lisburn, and very close to where I was born, a city called Newry. So 1 point for Armagh, 1 point for Belfast, 1 point for Derry / Gordy, Londonderry, 1 point for Lisburn, and 1 point for Newry. Question number 6. 2 vehicles set off from the same point at the same time, 90-mile journey. One of the vehicles travelled 50 miles an hour, the other's 36 miles an hour. How many minutes will there be between the arrival of the 2 vehicles? The correct answer is 42 minutes. Give yourself 5 points if you work that one out, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Question number 7. The only mammal with 4 knees is an elephant. Yes, Ardo, Derry Girls, a fantastic show. A typical Northern Ireland wit and humour. Question number 8. Yes, a point each. Yes, indeed. What did Charlie Chaplin, Paul McCartney, Leonardo da Vinci, and George have in common? They were all left-handed. Give yourself a point for that one. Number 9. They're all getting nervous because the music round's coming up. 5 points up for grabs. Time for Uncle Tony, Jodie's dad, and the quizzer formerly known as Maida Meriden, now known as Baroness of Burnham-on-Sea. The 5 names of the Jacksons are her indoors. 1.
Michael.
2.
Jermaine.
3. 2 to go. We can't wait. Everyone's dying to get to the music round. 5 points up for grabs. Jackie, Tito, Marlon, Jermaine, and of course, Michael Jackson.
Woo!
Gordy is stating that he's not in the 30-40 age range. Last time he seen 30 or 40 was on a freaking door. Number 10, it is anagram time, and we have our naked netballer doing a little bit of an anagram dance there. Dated vaginas is an anagram of what 12-letter word with a drawback? Disadvantage, folks. If you guess that correct, then give yourself 5 points. Alrighty. Control your emotions, ladies and gentlemen. Round 5 is here. The questions and answers. It seems that when I put it together, we had a bit of an issue with missing one, and one played twice. Anyway, we'll crack on.
You missed me out on purpose, didn't you?
Number 1, I'm going to let you hear it, and here are the answers. The lyrics is from the song Mr. Brightside by The Killers, and the tune is Fly Me to the Moon, Frank Sinatra. Her indoors is looking at me blankly.
That's what I was supposed to be singing.
No, it wasn't is correct. Well done, Liz. This is the one that her indoors was supposed to be singing. That's the missing one.
I did a better job than that.
You did do a better job. Let's move swiftly to number 2 so you don't hear that song 4 times. Number 2, lyrics. Eva Mary 333. You did not play that one. I know I didn't play that one. That was the one that her indoors done. And unfortunately, the computer says no. Computer says no. The computer wouldn't let it upload.
It sounded so much like the original. They've taken it
That's
off.
what it is. That's exactly what happened. Her indoors, the one song that her indoors done was so close to the copyrighted version that basically Twitch wouldn't let me play it. Anyway, moving swiftly along. 1 point for Great Balls of Fire. Jerry Lee Lewis, that was the lyrics. And Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran. By the way, this is Junior playing, folks, and singing. Well done, Junior.
I chew my nail and I twiddle my thumbs. Real nerves, but it sure is fun. So come on,
Do it
baby,
live.
drive me crazy.
Thank you very much, Pat the Beard, for your kind donation. Eva Mary 333, beautiful voice. She could join the Bring Back Junior Club.
Hey.
Number 3, the lyrics are from My Hometown by Bruce Springsteen to the tune of Make You Feel My Love, written by Bob Dylan but performed by Adele.
Age is old, running with a dime in my hand. To the bus stop to pick up a paper for my old man. Sit on his lap in that big old Buick and steer as we drove through town.
Number 4. Oh no! Electric Sheep. All right, folks, what can I tell you? It definitely, the 50 show hex has really kicked in. Apparently, Twitch is now letting you swear live. Let's move along to number 5. This is a very short one, so I put it on twice.
You went back to what you knew, so far removed from what we went through. I traveled troubled track, my odds are stacked.
Alrighty, so the lyrics are from Back to Black, Amy Winehouse, and the tune is Jolene, Dolly Parton. Big Gordy's a big Dolly Parton fan. Well, at least 2 parts of her. Moving on to number...
You went back to what you knew, so far removed from what we went through. I traveled troubled track, my odds are stacked.
I have to say, folks, has anybody else noticed that fame has gone to Liz the Legend's head tonight? We get her to sing like a 20-second song, and now all of a sudden she's swearing in the chat. Here's number 6.
Give up forever to touch you. I know that you feel me somehow. You're closest to heaven that I'll ever be. And I don't want to go home now.
Alrighty, moving on to number 7. For crying out loud, stop swearing. Pat the Beard's on fire tonight. Number 8.
Steve walks Wally down the street with his brim pulled way down low, and no sound but the sound of his feet. Machine guns ready to go. Are you ready? Hey, are you ready? Are you hanging on the edge of your seat? Out of the doorway the bullets ring to the sound of the beat. Another one bites the dust.
Alrighty, number 9.
I saw him dancing there by the rocket machine. I knew he must have been about 17. The beat was going strong, playing my favorite song, and I could tell it would be long until he was with me. And I could tell it wouldn't be long till it was with me, singing, I love rock and roll.
Alrighty, folks, and the one that you've all been waiting for, number 10, our very own Liz the Living Legend.
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Grab my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city. Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back.
Alrighty, do you want to hear that Liz the Legend one more time?
Yay!
Wake up in the morning feeling like P. Diddy. Grab my glasses, I'm out the door. I'm gonna hit this city. Before I leave, brush my teeth with a bottle of Jack. Cause when I leave for the night, I ain't coming back.
Alrighty, folks, so there was a bit of a mistake when I was checking through the show to making sure that it all sort of ran in order and stuff. I then realized that we were missing one. Her Indoors, a one-take hit, folks. I was so shocked. So when I was going through, I realized that hers was missing. I couldn't let this one-off music round go without, you hearing Her Indoors. I mean, thanks to Junior, Her Indoors, Missy C, and Liz the Legend, people like you make this show really work. Limited numbers, thank God, folks. Fry Me to the Moon, the latest single from Her Indoors, available online or at any record shops that are still open. Thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen.
And that was you didn't tell what the song was. It was The Killers.
It was the Mr. Brightside, The Killers was the lyrics, and Fly Me to the Moon, or as Pat the Beard likes to say, the remix, Fry Me to the Moon. Oh, Liz the Legend. Oh, fantastic. That's the jazziest terrorist I've ever heard. Here are your answers to round 6, folks. What colour is a blue tit's breast? A blue tit's breast is yellow. Give yourself 1 point for that one. Question number 2. The total of the numbers on a clock face, 78. Give yourself 1 point if you guessed that correct. Number 3. the three counties of the Republic of Ireland that begin with the letter K: Kerry, Kildare, and Kilkenny. 1 point for any correct answers in the three counties of the Republic of Ireland that begin with the letter K. Number 4. How many consonants are there in the English alphabet? The correct answer is 21. Number 5. What letter would you find on a snooker table? Her indoors. What letter would you find on a snooker table?
No idea.
Where do you put the white ball? In the letter D. Doesn't take much to confuse you on a Friday night, does it?
An X on the stick.
That sounds like a dirty question. What letter would you find on a snooker table? Yeah, French letter. Alrighty, moving swiftly along. I like the way you're thinking, Liz. What is the more common name for the Alpine Mastiff dog? The correct answer is the Saint Bernard. Where would you put the white ball? 1 point for that answer. Number 7. On which island would you find almost 1,000 statues of large heads? Correct answer is, for 1 point, Easter Island. Number 8. In the Harry Potter books, what is the motto of the Hogwarts school? It is never tickle a sleeping dragon. Now that sounds like a naughty question. What must you never tickle? That sleeping dragon. Number 9. The wild animal found in Britain that is quicker running uphill than downhill. Forget Pat the Beard's peasant comment. A hare, a rabbit, or a pheasant. The correct answer is a hare. And number 10. 4-word term or phrase for 5 points. Caught in the act. The word act with caught in the middle. It's as simple as that. Folks, what can I tell you? Thank you very much indeed. I just put the little links into the chat for the virtual tip jar. Thank you very much. It was a bundle of laughs tonight. Okay. I'm going to take a little bit of a breather. Her Indoors has... thank you. All the names of the people that have been in the chat room is in the hat. I'm going to look away. I'm going to draw the winner of, drum roll, the winner of tonight's Star Prize, ladies and gentlemen. I've just realised that you can read the name through the paper. That's why I'm covering it. The hair fryer, no, the air fryer, the one-off, one and only Irish question mark air fryer goes to, if she is still here, Naughty Norma, her wine and pyjamas. Is Naughty Norma still here? Everyone's saying cheers to Norma. There's no reply from Norma. Is Norma still here?
Uh-oh. Oh, Norma.
Norma! Congratulations, Naughty Norma! Well done, you win our air fryer, the one-off air fryer.
Woo-hoo.
Her Indoors, can you pick another one for the mystery prize? Yeah.
No.
You couldn't make it up, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's winner of the mystery prize, Gordy and Suze. It will be going in the post to you tomorrow morning with a little note of what I need you to do. So tonight's winners for the air fryer, Naughty Norma, for the mystery prize, which only the prize winners will know what the mystery prize is. Naughty Norma, this is your prize, the Irish question mark air fryer. Congratulations, absolutely fantastic. We knew by her indoors reaction. Yes, her indoors was not happy that she picked out yours. Folks, it's been absolutely lovely. 50 shows, and tonight it was so funny. Thank you very much to Missy C, to Junior for singing a few songs, for her indoors, for her Jazzy Terrorist remix. And of course, Liz the Legend for the crazy idea. Now, folks, it's quite as easy as that. If you have any ideas to put into the show, we will try and make anything work. It is as much your show as it is mine. Thank you very much indeed. I now, her indoors is scribbling something on the board for me. Good luck in the draw. Well, the draw's already done, so we don't have to do that again. For who?
Does everybody want to do one for next week's show?
Oh, actually, that's a good call. Her indoors has just said, does anybody else want to do one of the songs for next week's show? And I'll just put the odd one in here and there. So if you think you're up to recording a song, lyrics to the tune of another song, just because it really upset you all, send it in to me. You can either email it to me or WhatsApp it to me. Anyway.
Put scores in.
Yes, her indoors says, get the scores on. Get the scores in.
No scoring.
Everybody is swearing tonight because there is a glitch in Twitch. That's why the automatic draw, now I realise, wasn't working. That's why you can swear. That's why you can cap spam. Everybody's swearing, and her indoors has just suddenly realised that she can swear and get away with it. Unbelievable. Radiant Raluca, thank you very much indeed. It is a remarkable landmark, 50 shows with 1 week off. In 2 weeks' time, we've got our annual celebrations. What are we going to do for the annual celebrations?
I'm going to think of a really good round.
Her indoors is going to think of a really good round. Could you do 10 tunes on a recorder, her indoors? Alrighty, so the Minions got 106 points. Well done, fantastic. 91 for Gordy, loving the fact that he can swear. Norma, you got 92, but you are a winner. $456 points. Sully got. Is that what he's saying? Liz is dying. Recorder versions of dance classics sounds like a great round. Yes, if anybody wants to send them in, that's absolutely wonderful. Alrighty, folks, what can I tell you? Thank you very much indeed. The Brer family, 103. Jody saying, good to see everyone taking advantage of being able to swear. But did anyone notice that Jody didn't swear because her Bob and Jody's dad would take a contract out on their own daughter? SRB 1055, 73 points. Dutch referee, 68 points, 9 on the music round. Maybe Jan the man and Mrs. Jan should put together a couple of tunes. Seems that he's good at it. Was 35, 2 right, I don't swear. I don't swear either, eh? Alrighty, folks, what can I tell you? Show number 50. Thank you very much for her indoors, for putting up with me. And us having such a good time every Friday night. Thank you very much indeed. It would be rude not to finish off the 50th show with what seemed to has become our theme tune. Whatever you do, folks, Ardo says on his recipe book, on the back of the recipe book, it says, stay the fork at home. Yes, Norma, you also get Ardo's excellent guide to air frying. That comes with the exclusive air fryer prize that you won. I'll send you a mail and get in touch with you about when I can drop it off to your house. And apart from that, folks, stay the frank at home.
The whole world's caught a virus. You're not in this alone, but you can help to cure it. Just stay the fuck at home.
We're all stuck here in quarantine. It's like the Twilight Zone. To save the world, you only have to stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Don't you be a fucking dick. Stay the fuck at home.
If you're locked down with your hubby or going in alone, sisters need to teach their men, stay the fuck at home.
Whether you've got 12 kids or you're living on your own, shut it down and isolate. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Watch Netflix in your underwear. Just stay the fuck at home. But I need the gym and I need the beach. We hear you bitch and moan. You need to grow a brain cell and stay the fuck at home. But I feel fine, I don't feel sick. I'll go out on my own. How thick are you, you selfish prick? Just stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Sit on the couch and do fuck all. Just stay the fuck at home. If you think you're not at risk, you're living in a dome. Spreads faster than a hooker's leg, so stay the fuck at home.
To the doctors and the truckies, those who put food on our plate, you keep the whole place running so we can isolate.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
You can be a hero too.
Stay the fuck at home.
The only way to slow it down is isolate, not roam. Help the world get back on track and stay the fuck at home.
Sit on the couch and drink VV, get shit-faced on your own. We don't care what you're doing there, just stay the fuck at home.
If you need to contact family, use Facebook, Skype or phone. Yeah, we've got the fucking internet, so stay the fuck at home.
From LA through to Berlin, from Wuhan through to Rome, there's people dying every day. Please stay the fuck at home.
Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Don't you be a fucking dick. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home. Don't you be a fucking dick. Stay the fuck at home. Stay the fuck at home.
Alrighty, folks. Thank you very much indeed. I think Norma's actually left, so I'm going to let her know when I deliver the air fryer and Ardo's fantastic guide to excellent air frying that you all decided that she would have to cook and send a photograph each week, something that she's made with the air fryer. Absolutely wonderful. Great idea, Jan. Thank you. I won't mention that it was you that thought of it. Thank you very much, folks. Have a beautiful week. Gordy, I'll get that mystery prize off to you. What I need you to do is to take a picture when you open the envelope, and I want to see your surprised, loving look, or Susie, but don't show anybody what the mystery prize is. Only people that win the mystery prize will know what the mystery prize is. Anyway, we're out of here. Her indoors, thank you very much indeed. Thank you very much, everybody. We'll see you next Friday because apparently it's going to be Frank's birthday. Stay safe.